Welcome to this another video. Today we are going to cover Arch Linux. So if you are into Linux, you must have heard about Arch Linux and wondered what all the fuss is about. Well, today we are going to explore the benefits and pitfalls of using Arch Linux, so you can decide if it's the right distribution for you. Now talking about Arch Linux, which is very infamous for its installation method, there is a very long process and you have to fire several commands on a command line to get it installed. Since Arch uses minimalistic approach, so you just get a bare bones system, nothing else. You have to build your distribution over it. So let's talk about the benefits. Arch Linux is the rolling release distribution. That means you get the latest updates and features as soon as they are available without having to wait for a new release. That's pretty sweet. Arch Linux has a minimalistic approach. Unlike other distributions that comes preloaded with softwares and applications, Arch Linux starts with a bare bones system that you can customize to your heart's content. You get total control over your system and can optimize it for your specific needs. Arch Linux has a large community of users and developers who contribute to the distribution. If you ever run into problems, you can count on the community to help you out. Arch Linux is known for its speed and performance. Because it's so minimalistic, it runs on an older hardware with ease. So if you are looking to revive an old computer, Arch Linux might be the way to go. So coming to the biggest benefit of running Arch Linux is AUR. What it stands for is Arch User Repository. Now it is a repository where any user can contribute any packages for Arch Linux. So there are many times when you don't find a package in an official repository for a Linux distribution. So in that case, in other distribution, what you are required to do is compile it yourself. But not with Arch Linux. With Arch Linux, you have a benefit that any user who has used this package has contributed this into AUR before. So there is a very good chance that you will find that in an AUR. Now, in my experience of using Arch Linux, I haven't came across a single package that required me to manually compile that package. The package always exists in an AUR. But as with anything, there are also some pitfalls to Arch Linux. So Arch Linux has a steep learning curve because Arch Linux is so customizable, it requires a bit more technical knowledge than other distributions. You will need to be comfortable with command line and have a good understanding of Linux in general to get most of the Arch Linux. Arch Linux can be a bit unstable at times because it's a rolling release distribution. Updates can often cause an unexpected problems or break compatibility with certain softwares. Arch Linux requires more effort to set up initially. You will need to be willing to put some work to get the system up and running the way you want. So, should you choose Arch Linux? Well, it depends on your needs and technical expertise. If you are a developer or a power user who wants a customizable bleeding edge Linux distribution, then sure, Arch Linux is definitely worth considering. But if you are new to Linux and don't have much technical knowledge, Arch Linux may not be the best choice for you. However, Arch Linux is a best choice if you want to learn or get into Linux environment. Now, personally, I have used Arch Linux and my major learning of Linux ecosystem was all because of using Arch Linux. There were several things I needed to get work, and with Arch Linux you will have to get your hands dirty. So my take on this is, if you're just starting with Linux, you can go for any other distribution, any simple distribution as your main system, and maybe get Arch Linux in a VM or anything like that to just try out and play with it. But as soon as you get comfortable with Linux ecosystem, some command line, you can switch to Arch Linux then. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know what you think down in the comments below.